Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, the place where you go when you have nothing else to do. So here we are. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today is gonna be like YouTube Rewind, except I'm not gonna get 20,000 dislikes because I will not get 20,000 views on this video. In all seriousness, today, well, I mean, it's not that serious. We're just doing like a YouTube compilation. What are they calling them? Everyone's doing this right now where they just talk about the projects that they finished throughout the year of 2021. So today we are just going to be doing a recap of the year, all of my finished projects in 2021. Sorry, I'm a little bit rusty today. But first of all, I wanted to show you part of my New Year's resolution, which I told you guys was I wanted to wear more of my crochet creations, or just creations in general. I want it to be like, if I'm not using it, then I'm going to take it apart and use it for something else. So today I am wearing, let me give you a whole view. I am wearing a crochet vest that I made. I don't think I made it this year. I think I made it in 2020, but I like never showcased it because I forgot. I was gonna like post it on Instagram like I usually do, but I forgot, and it wasn't a tutorial, so I didn't make a YouTube video about it, but here it is, finally being worn. This was kind of when I was like in a beginner phase, so that would be cool to like maybe recreate it a little bit cleaner, but I think it's pretty cute. I'm gonna wear her more this year, so happy about that. Anyways, so I have quite a few hobbies, so this list is going to include some rugs too, like right here. These are two little strawberry mug rugs that I made that I haven't finished, as you can see, but I think they're pretty cute. And also, like, I have like a cool new setup where it's this kind of like my rug, or not rug, my like yarn corner. Like, you can't see it, but right here I have like all of my yarns, and then here I have like the things that I use the most. That's like one of my most used purses. Let me add my other purse to it too. Well, there's no place right now because usually if I'm not using this purse, it's here, and I'm gonna be using that one, but this purse exists as well. Okay, so another thing is a lot of the projects that I do make, I end up giving them away or selling them. So I don't have a lot of things with me like in the flesh, but I'll have pictures of that. You guys know the deal already. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this like a podcast too, so there's gonna be like very little cuts, hopefully. So let's start with 2020. Okay, so 2020, the last project that I did was a Harry Styles sweater for my friend, or like cardigan, whatever it's called. And it was for Christmas, so I was really rushing that one, and I completely like ignored every other project that I had to do just because that one was like so much work. Like, yeah, I wanted to make another one, but I ended up just not having the energy to do another Harry Styles sweater like in those colors. But so that was my last project of 2020, and when I posted that, someone had asked me to make them a green and black one. So that was my first project of 2021, a green, black, and white Harry Styles sweater, which was so cool to make. I love getting commissions from you guys because like that's like a color scheme that I would have never thought of doing myself, but because she asked for it, you know, I'm gonna do the order, and it just turned out really, really cool. I was really happy about that one. And then during that time, I had just gotten my rug gun, my tufting gun, and so I made my first rug ever, which was this pink, white, and red heart, and that's kind of like my most popular rug that I still make to this day, except it's a lot better now. And this picture that I'm showing you is the first rug that I had made, so that was like the picture that I posted, and you'll see like over time the heart gets into better quality, but even back then I think it was really cute. And yeah, it just becomes better quality and bigger and nicer, so yeah. So that was fun. And then I got another commission to crochet an evil eye pouch, which was interesting because the pouch in and of itself was really easy. I just was like working on the eye, and I think it was like my first time like making up a pattern and it being successful. And it wasn't even like I made up a pattern. I was just like, oh, you know, the center needs to be round, but it has to like open like an eyeball, right? So I kind of like learned more about my abilities on how to crochet, like how to like change it to become the shape that I want. So I became a lot more confident with that project, even though it was such a small project. It literally took me like an hour because the eye was like this small. So, I mean, I took it apart like 2 or 3 times. Not a huge deal. And then I made my second rug, and that was my Bernie rug. I do have a YouTube video on that. A lot of these projects have YouTube videos, so I'm gonna like link them in the corner if you guys want to check it out. So yeah, I made a Bernie rug, which was insane. I was really nervous about this rug because there was just so much details, but it turned out really good. And that also gave me a lot more confidence for my rugs because, you know, if I can do something as intricate as a person and you can actually like tell who it is, then something even simpler, like I can do that. So that was definitely a confidence booster. And then after that, I did a few more rugs. I did a brown heart. All of these were commissions too. So all of these people were asking me to make, not the Bernie rug. The Bernie rug wasn't a commission, but all these other hearts, people had messaged me saying, hey, can you make that same heart but with these colors? So that was cool because I got to like make a rug and then immediately sell it. So I made a brown heart rug. I made a cow rug. I started like testing out some flower mug rugs, so just like some little flowers, and I sold those too. I also made a green heart and a special commission for a friend's mom, which was a gray and yellow heart. And of course I had a lot of the red and pink heart orders, so I improved those as well. And those hearts are so pretty, dude. Like I'm forever proud of those hearts, and I really do want to make more. I do have some available on my shop that they're made to order. So if you want one, you have to like wait a little bit, but I love making them. So if you want your own rug heart, check out my Etsy link down below. I'm making them now because I'm feeling like the itch to make more rugs. Okay, so after that heart debacle, I went back to crocheting and I started doing checkered bags. So this was the first checkered bag that I made. It was like, I didn't want it to be this big, but I did, and I'm really happy. I do want to remake it, and I am considering making a tutorial for this size just because it's literally perfect. Like it goes over my shoulder perfectly. Yeah, so that was the first one that I made, and then I made a bunch more. Let me get this one here. This was the size that I was making normally, so just a little over the shoulder one. And I'm glad that I didn't sell this one just because like I know my pattern a little bit, but because I have it here, like it'll be really easy to recreate, and maybe I'll even make a tutorial on this one too. But yeah, that's when these checkered bags were like going kind of viral, so I wanted to figure out how to make it myself, and I just like made like a bunch of different colors and then just sold them on Etsy and Depop. I sold a few on both, I think. So that was an era. Checkered bags, I love checkerboard print. As you can see, I'm literally wearing it, and I just love black and white together. They just look so good. And then we're going back to rugs a little bit. I made a blue heart rug. That was a cool color scheme. That was really interesting. Okay, so then I got another commission for one of my friends, for his girlfriend. He wanted a purse for her, so it was really cool because I used like, I think it's called Intarsia for like the first time. So one side of the bag was like a beach, there was like a wave, there was a surfboard, and there was sand, and then on the other side it was just stripes. And that was really cool. Now that I'm thinking about it, I need to make more purses like that because that was really, really fun to make. And especially like if I do it in this size, like the possibilities are endless. But that was another really cool commission. And then I also made a Free Palestine banner because there was like a lot of protests happening during this time, so I wanted to make it for a protest, but I ended up not bringing it to any protests. I don't remember why. I think I kept forgetting it, and then they haven't had a protest in a while. Okay, so after the Free Palestine banner, so this project, it took me like so long, but I completed it like in June because Mateen's birthday is in June. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah, no, it was not a coincidence. I finished it in June because it was Mateen's birthday. And it was another Harry Styles sweater, except like so huge, like so incredibly huge. I still have it at his house, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know. We were thinking of turning it into a blanket, either turning it into a blanket or making it smaller, or I don't know. But the jacket is really cool. It's just so huge. Like, it's just too heavy. You know what I mean? Like, bound to get caught in something, or I don't know. But that jacket took so long, and it was for his birthday, so he's welcome. I would like to recreate that into something new, but because it's like not in my room, like I'm not always thinking about it. So like that's kind of how projects work. Like sometimes people are like, oh, do this, do this, do this. Well, if it's not like in my face, like right now, you know what I mean? If it's just, I don't know, especially like when it's for free. When you pay me to do something, I'm a lot more likely to do it. But if it's for free, like you gotta wait in the back of the line because I got customers to take care of first. You know what I mean? So then after that, I got into water bottle holders. So these are the two that I have here. So I'm also thinking of doing a tutorial on this if you guys are interested. But I thought this one was really cute. I was just really annoyed with having to like hold a water bottle, and it's just nice to just put over your shoulder. Definitely going to be using this more in 2022. And I made it specifically for this hydro flask, so it's very unlikely that another water bottle will fit. And this one is for the larger size hydro flask, because Mateen has a larger size hydro flask, so this one is for him, but I'm always using his stuff. Like anytime it's here because I'm using his hydro flask, so I guess it's mine now. But yeah, I made one for his mom, I made one for my sister, but it was tan and his mom's was yellow, just like this yellow. So yeah, that was a phase for me. Very obsessed with those. Just because they're so useful, you know what I mean? They're just so convenient. And then after this, I did my rug giveaway. And this was a big deal because that's when I got my big frame. So this frame is like 5x6. And when I got that, it's just really cool because every time I make a bunch of rugs, it looks like art. It looks like a big art piece. Like it kind of looks like a big collage of like just different pieces. So that was cool. I have the rug for the giveaway winner. I am going to ship it out really soon. So those giveaways are real. I'm doing another one at 3,000 on my Instagram. I'm deciding if I want to do one on YouTube just because I don't really know how YouTube like works that well. So usually I'm just like, hey, like go on my Instagram and then you can win it on my Instagram. So it's just easier. I like Instagram. It's really easy to understand. But on YouTube, I'm like, how do I message people? How do I check for the winner? Blah, 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 blah. And then I made another YouTube video, which was just the embroidery koi fish pants. Those were for a friend. I had those for a long time too. And like the YouTube video just gave me all the encouragement and the motivation that I needed to finish it. A lot of these projects are those things that I needed to do, and a YouTube video helps me make it. It's funny because that's how I even made this list of stuff. I went through my Instagram, I went through my YouTube, and I just kind of like pinpointed where I made stuff, and then I went through like my wall of stuff and my Google Photos. That was helpful because that's where I keep all my pictures. So yeah, so those koi fish pants, that's the only embroidery project that I did this year. And that's when I decided I will never embroider under commission. I'll only embroider for myself or family because it's just so much work. Like, you know what? You will never be paid enough for your embroidery. You know what I mean? Like crochet kind of, but embroidery is like, no. So after that, I got really into the bucket hats, the flower bucket hat. I think that's when the checkered bucket hat. Yeah, that's when I did the checkerboard bucket hat. Here she is. She's a classic. I heard that Dua Lipa was wearing one, which is crazy. Not from I think she was wearing it before my tutorial, but I mean, still, like, I'll show you how to dress like Dua Lipa. And do you see like a trend among me, like checkered? It's just everywhere. I'm looking at a carpet right now and there's a checkerboard and there's a mirror right there that's checkerboard. So after the bucket hats, that was a fun tutorial. I did the Dino Plushies because I was just really obsessed with this plushie that I saw online, and my nephew's birthday was coming up and he was really loving dinosaurs during that time, so I knew he would love this gift. So I made 2 dinosaurs for him, and then I posted it on Instagram and some people DM'd me asking if they can buy some. So I made a few more. I made a pink one, which was really cute. I really liked that color combo, and I still have quite a bit of pink yarn for the dinosaur, so I might make another one for myself, and if someone wants to buy it then they can have it, maybe. We'll see. But I really want to do more plushies. That was so much fun. I just want to get rid of more of my yarn stash and then get more fluffy yarn and make more stuff. Also, I have like, I just cleaned up my yarn stash. Like, I'm looking at it right now. You can't see it on camera. I'll show you guys. But wow, like, this is like almost everything I own. I mean, this doesn't include my New Zealand yarn. My New Zealand wool is up there, and I'm trying to like accumulate more from commissions so that I can make stuff for myself. But because it's just really expensive and I don't really have like a project in mind, so I'm just trying to see what projects that I can get. So yeah, my commissions for rugs are open. Crochet, not quite, but rugs, they're usually always open. After the Dino Plushies, I crocheted a bouquet of flowers, some lavender. That was for a friend. A friend bought the pattern for me, and then I made the flowers for her. Flowers, I crocheted this green tote bag for a friend. I still have to give it to her. I just have been really busy, and she's been busy too. Even though we're on vacation, I'm still busy on vacation. I'm always busy. If it's not homework and schoolwork, it's something else. And this something else is pretty much just crocheting right now. I'm in a crocheting phase as we speak right now, and knitting. I am getting a little bit into knitting. But anyways, I keep getting sidetracked. I'm so sorry. So yeah, after the green tote bag, I did some rugs. I did an Anarchy rug and a Lord Quasimodo rug. I've never heard of either of these brands. They were for Mateen's friends, but the rugs turned out so cool. Those were my first 2 New Zealand wool rugs, and the quality is just out of this world. Like, I'm so happy with New Zealand wool. If you are a tufter, I doubt you're, I don't know, I don't get a lot of tufters watching my videos, but if you are a tufter and you want New Zealand wool, I have a coupon 15% off if you use YESUCK15 at tuftinggun.com. They have a lot of really good quality wool. I've used a lot of the New Zealand wool. Good quality stuff. I recommend it. So yeah, that was that. And then I made some hearts. So yeah, so I recently got some heart rugs. This was for Christmas. And the thing about these rugs was that I got the order pretty last minute, so I was really scrambling. The frame that I have right now is the frame that I used for these heart rugs. And luckily, like, I made these rugs so much faster than I thought I did. I think it took me like 5 days, and usually like when you do a whole frame, it can take me like a few weeks to get some hearts, to get some rugs off of it. And then my last project of 2021, I keep accidentally saying like a different number, was my first knit sweater that I have here. I never finished taking off the loose strands. It's funny because it bothers Mateen so much. Let me get it. So here is the sweater, and yeah, it's huge. But I never finished taking off all the loose strands, which I'm going to, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I know it's huge, but I'm gonna wear it, I promise. It's been so cold lately, and this sweater is so warm, but I think it was a great way to end my 2021 because I have been wanting to knit for a long time, and this project like gave me a lot of knowledge. Like, this collar was really fun to make, and I was really nervous about it. and it just gave me the confidence. I'm gonna buy some knitting needles, I think today, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm not even gonna tell you guys about my next project because you're gonna see it's coming soon, I promise. Actually, I'm not gonna promise because I never know. But I kind of slowed down. I think in 2020 I had a lot of projects, and in 2021 I really didn't just want to make a bunch of stuff and then just have it in my house. So I would make like one of something, and then I would post it, and if someone else wanted to buy it, or if someone wanted me to recreate it, then I did it. Then I worked a lot more commissions based, because it's when someone gives me a project, it's so much better than like me having to come up with a project myself. So someone would message me, hey, I'm interested in a bag, and I'm like, ooh, okay, what color, you know, how big do you want it? And then I would figure it out for them, so that if I wanted a bag, like I already have like a pattern and it works out great, you know what I mean? Yeah, except for this knit sweater. This knit sweater was for me and only me. And the checkered bucket hat, I just really wanted a bucket hat. I don't know what it is. That was something different, and it turned out to be a pattern. It turned out to be a YouTube video pattern, and yeah, 2022, what I really want to do is knit more, and I want to do more patterns. I want to try more crazy stuff. I want to do just, I don't know, whatever I want to do. That's the point. You have to do things that are fun. So I just want to try new fun things and make more patterns, knit. I don't know. I don't really like have anything specific. Yeah, because I think 2021 was a great year. I just feel like everyone else's videos, they had like, you know, the physical things that they made, but I don't have a lot of the physical things that I make, so I hope that's okay with you guys. I hope you had some beautiful projects over your 2021. I hope that 2022 brings more beautiful projects for you guys to enjoy. I hope you guys like this video. I hope it was interesting enough. I know I go on a lot of tangents sometimes, but that's just the coffee talking. You guys, as you guys know, I don't really drink that much coffee, but when I do. I drink coffee, and it makes me a little bit crazy. So yeah. Oh, I just realized I thought I was wearing the wrong hijab color, because I specifically said I wanted to wear pink, but it doesn't really look that pink right now, but it's like a light pink. It's kind of hard to tell. Anyways, I hope you guys had a beautiful day. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'm gonna let you get back to whatever you were doing, and just a random advice: drink some water right now, stay hydrated, because I have a problem staying hydrated. But lately in 2022, it's been 4 days, but I've been hydrated. Is it 4 or 5? It's 5 days. Ooh, we're in the 5th day. So I have been staying hydrated for 5 days, and I'm really proud of myself. So you guys should do that too. Okay, that was so random. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Take care, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye, you guys.